Here we have an 18-year-old male that killed his ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend. So we have to understand this is a spiritual battle, not a physical battle, even though it can be a physical altercation. 2 Corinthians 10:4 tells us that the weapons of our warfare are not carnal or not worldly weapons. So we have to fight this with our spiritual weapon. We'll talk about what could have been done to prevent this. Hence why God tells us to pray for our enemies. Even in this case, the new boyfriend could have prayed for the ex-boyfriend. Now, maybe he did know, maybe he didn't. But the ex-girlfriend, she could have prayed for her ex-boyfriend because there was a reason why she left him. Now, you might be asking, why did God allow something like this to happen? Ephesians 4:26, be angry at sin, at immorality, at injustice, at ungodly behavior, yet do not sin. Do not let your anger cause you shame, nor allow it to last until the sun goes down. So God is saying you're allowed to be angry, but when the sun is about to go down or the end of the day, let it go. Because if not, then verse 27, and do not give the devil an opportunity to lead you into sin by holding a grudge or nurturing anger or harboring resentment or cultivating bitterness. So the ex-boyfriend got mad, had resentment because she moved on to another relationship. And so we see a lot of these cases. Some people get hurt or some people stay in situations. But if you find yourself in a situation like this, make sure you pray for your ex. Even if you remove yourself from a toxic situation and you're doing better and all of a sudden you think about that person, that does not mean go back. But a lot of people take it as that. You're supposed to just pray for that person. The Bible tells us to watch as well as pray. So if we see something like this, why not pray for that individual? Instead of gossiping or just talking about him, a lot of times we just watch instead of praying. Now, if you read the article, authorities said that he actually confessed to the killing, actually showed them where he dumped the body at in the desert, and he actually sent the new boyfriend actually sent the text message to the girlfriend letting him know. And that's when this individual got a hold, tried to take the phone, and ended up killing him. But even if you know somebody in a toxic situation or a domestic situation, make sure you pray for them. Also pray for that individual. That does not mean that they have to get back together, but just pray for that person. Even if it might be your sibling and they're going with somebody, just pray for that individual. Because a lot of times the person may end up going back. And we know that's unhealthy when they're in a toxic situation. So I wanted to give spiritual insight on these things because God was sharing me on my heart to say these things, because a lot of times it's not being taught or what to do or how to handle a situation like this.